Do you guys remember this build? All right, well, it's time to replace the battery. I've had a good run with this one. Still sounds amazing. The speaker box has performed as expected. It's been at least 3 years. If you want to see the original build for this box, I'm gonna leave a link to this build in the description, or you could just search on my channel for yeah, that. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Why are we doing this video? Well, we're doing this video because the battery has finally pooped out. Okay, so it's been what, at least I want to say 3 years since I've built this. So I've definitely got my money's worth out of the battery, but now it's time to replace the battery. Frankly, I've used this box as a portable option 100% of the time. I can't remember a single instance where I actually plugged this speaker box into a power outlet to play music. It's always been powered by the internal battery that we're gonna swap out today. Now, I've taken this speaker box to the beach. I've taken it to the park, gatherings, parties, little get-togethers and whatnot, and it's always performed. We're gonna turn this around. Oh yeah, let me talk about one quick thing before we actually dive into this project here. You see these little wires popping out? Yeah, that's the negative and positive leads. Now, let me talk about this for a quick second. The way I used to charge the this battery on my speaker box here is that I would actually went out and purchased this battery charger, and it's pretty much like a drip charger. This charges the battery to its full capacity in about I don't know, a couple hours. And basically what you do here is hook up to the positive and you hook up to the negative, and actually these have become loose over time. Hasn't really bothered me much. Actually, it kind of has. But I'm gonna be doing something about this today. I've never had any safety issues with it whatsoever, but I figure, you know what, I'm gonna swap out the battery. Why not do something about this? Pretty snug fit in there. Okay. Oh, there it is. I guess for now, since we won't be using this anymore, I'm just gonna pop these wires out like so. Yeah, there it is. Very simple setup. Oh, by the way, in case you're curious, that right there, my friends, is the amplifier. It's a little small plate. It's about 15 watts per channel, 2-channel amp, and it's literally maybe 1.5 inch by 3 inch plate. I bought that off of Parts Express. I'll leave a link. This is not a Bluetooth amplifier, but I've always used a simple 3.5 millimeter jack to connect to the side into the amp to send the signal. I'll connect this either to my iPad, phone, or just any audio source. Okay, simply unhook it and unhook that. And I just received the new battery pack last night, which is right here. And guess what also arrived? The connector plate here for the power source that we'll be upgrading as well. We'll talk about this in a minute. For now, let's unbox this battery. As you can see here, it's a 12 volt 7 amperage battery. There it is, exactly the same as the last one. Let's do something about this. We only need one of these. They sent me 2, but I only need 1. Now, how are we gonna make this work? Very simple, guys. What we're gonna do here is, so if you remember, this is our charger here. We won't be needing our jumper cables anymore. The business end here, once the charger's plugged in, will plug into the plate like this. So no more clamping, no more using the jumper cables. I'll simply plug in my charger into the wall and plug it into my speaker box, just like that. Pretty awesome, right? The only issue is that on the other end, it has a little connector here. Now, we don't need this connector. What we're gonna do is cut it off, but I will save it because I could potentially use that in the future. So we're gonna give it maybe 1.5 inches or so. Slice it off. There it is. Slice off right about that much. There. Like I said, we're gonna remove the old one. So this is the old cable here, along with the leads. Get rid of that. Now, these two tiny little small gauge cables are the positive and negative leads from the actual amplifier. I'll take a look in there. It's the kicker 3.5-inch speakers. I have a passive radiator and the other kicker 3.5-inch left-right channels. All right. Take my little stripper here. Positive and whoops, and negative. All right, guys. Guys and gals. Pretty sure there's some gals out there listening. Just curious to know about that. So yeah, drop a comment. Let me know where you're listening from, where you're watching from. So like I said, I had to stop myself because I just remembered. Hello. I gotta put this through the back plate and screw it into place. I can't do that if I've already soldered or crimped these edges in. I'll take my little caliper here. Looks like it's 3/4 maybe. Let's go with 3/4, and it will just have to press fit it in. Alright, so since we already had these two holes previously drilled for the power leads, the positive and negative, we're going to be drilling that new hole for the new connector plate insert right between these two holes. There it is. All right, now as expected, this will probably be a very tight fit. All right, let's see here. The holes seem to be lining up pretty nicely. As you can see, we got to press fit that into the plywood there. So I'll try to do it by hand. If that doesn't work, I'll need to bust out my persuasion tool. Nice. Look at that. All right. We're able to pop it in. Okay. Take our positive leads here. So we're going to look at 40 positive leads. Just like that. Another print. One. All right. So the red is done. Now we move out 40. So negative leads. We do look at leads. Look at lead. This one. Put that one in there. Okay. Let's see. Just like that. My daughter's at school right now, but she loves playing music just like me. There we go, just like so. All right, all we gotta do now is slide this guy in. Looks good. Let's strap it down with a little Velcro here. Nice and secure. All right, so that's that. We're ready to close this bad boy up and finally install a couple of screws here like we said earlier, and we'll be done. Pop in a couple screws here. And just like that, we are done. Check out that new connector plate. A lot better than before, right? I'd say absolutely. And check this out. It has that cover it up. Boom. Now looks nice from the front and the back, just like we all like it. I've taken off the funny looking jumper cable leads and just left this part. It is an adapter and it does come with this charger, these jumper cable type leads, and then this plugs in to the charger itself like that. Now we won't be using these anymore. We simply turn this speaker box around, pop that cover, pop the charger in, just like that, and then plug it into the power outlet, just like that. Anytime it's charging, it'll turn red. When it's done charging, it turns green. Before it turns green, it starts blinking green. It'll turn on and off green. That color turns to green, and that indicates that it's sufficiently charged for you to use your appliance or whatever it is that it's plugged into. I think it starts blinking at around 80% of the charge capacity for the battery. When it's 100% charged, it's a solid green light. Now, if it's blinking red, that means your battery is no good. So that's when you know you have to replace the battery.
Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Pero pusieron la canción. Cuando en bolitas en la esquina por las noches me juntaba con los cholos. I like it when you touch the floor. Call me.
So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the video and you found it a bit informative. Stay tuned for the next video.
Y'all know her, right? Love that on that beat. Let's go. No masterpiece. Hey. 10 back. Ice chain, peeled water.
5790, spit the coupe on my wrist. $multi-million, I'm a fool with the hits. Hop up in the lemon, drop the roof, show the tits.